Katherine Fisher. I'm a GP trainee in the South Liverpool and Birkenhead Deanery, and I have been asked to make some videos about why I chose to do general practice for Menlo Park. I chose to do general practice after doing my foundation training in Liverpool and my university training in Liverpool. I chose to go into general practice because I like the variety. I like the opportunity to go part-time very early on in your career, which I think is very valuable for people's well-being and to prevent burnout. And I also love the fact that you get to know a little bit about everything, and there's lots of opportunities to make the job your own. So that is the reasons that I went into general practice. My path to general practice was a little bit here, there, and everywhere. So I originally wanted to be an oncologist in medical school, and then I went on a sort of Discover Oncology Day. They said that essentially you have to do a PhD as part of your oncology training, and I really wasn't interested in that, so I started to look around for something else that I wanted to do. I really enjoyed a GP practice placement that I had as a fourth year in medical school in Blackpool, and I decided that actually I always loved all of medicine, and there was lots of things about general practice that really attracted me. So I decided on general practice before going into foundation training. When I was a foundation trainee, my first placement with my foundation year 2 placement was general practice, and I found that very difficult. I developed an episode of depression during that time, which was the first time I'd ever had that in my life. And also the practice was quite difficult as a trainee. So they had only 2 doctors, both working 10 sessions a week and doing home visits and on-calls every other day. And it was just, there were reasons for that, and they were very kind to me, but it was a difficult practice to imagine myself in the future. And I think it might have contributed to a bit of panic and worry that may have contributed somewhat to my depressive symptoms. I recovered well from my depression with some antidepressants and good support from friends and family. And I then decided that I was going to take a year out and do one of the F3 years that people were talking about. So after doing a HDU placement that ended up lasting for 8 months rather than 4 months due to COVID, I then got a job in the ambulatory part of the acute medical unit at the Royal Liverpool Hospital, which was a brilliant job. It was a sort of halfway house between general practice and hospital medicine, mainly looking to try and divert patients away from hospital beds if it could be helped. And I have to say, very, very satisfying, very, very interesting work, and kind of reinvigorated my interest in general practice. So that's how I came to bite the bullet and to become a GP trainee. I really, really enjoy it. There's obviously frustrations at times, but I wouldn't choose to do any other job at the moment. And I really hope that you will join me in GP training.